What's up, everybody? We back for Magic Monday, Matt Side Monday. You guys know the day. Speaking on that, I think I'm skipping today. No training for me today. I'm supposed to go fishing. Yep, supposed to go fishing. My once-a-year fishing trip. So, yeah, we're just going to get into a match. We got Max Hansen versus Gianni Grippo. Hopefully, we got some updates. We had a couple people competing today, or competed yesterday. And shout out to my boy Vic. He took the white belt division at Naga. I think we had some people doing some other stuff on Saturday. So that's it. We'll try to cover as many things as we can, as many stories. I can't stream all day today. I'm not going to stream all day today. So, yeah, I'll just go as long as I can. You guys know the drill. So let's get into this Gianni match with Max Hansen.
Okay, Sean, quit holding back on this, right? So the match is underway now. You can tell us.
Yeah, Hansen is going to most likely try to get on the legs. Gianni, in his past history, has used 50-50 a lot as a tactic and strategy and a tactic, and that could be potentially a bad place for him to be. So Gianni's very talented. I've known him for a very, very long time. Ever since he was a kid training at Hinz, was under my good friend Mango. But so he's been around for a very long time, got a lot of experience. But sometimes he will put his legs in position to get to the top, and it can be a dangerous position with Nogi. So
now seeing confidence in both sides, working De La Riva back and forth from the bottom. That's what I meant about Grippo's style. And he's making his walk-ins. It's hard to find a positional weakness in him. He's so dangerous from so many different areas.
Yeah, he's exceptionally talented young man. It's a long time coming. He's here on the stage.
Yeah, first time here at Who's Number One, but as I said, I went over Gio Martinez. He's fought some of the best in a lot of different organizations. So no stranger to the big lights.
Yeah.
Max Hansen, we saw him at Fight to Win 283 against David Garmo. He went for a lot of guillotines in those positions. He was on his butt almost an entire fight, trying to go over the top for some chokes. That won him the decision.
Yeah, Gianni sat down. I think that was intentional as well, just to sit, to work to get to the top, maybe try to get to the top in a better position.
So good going back and forth to get underneath his opponent. Max Hansen seeing his weight go out from under him and back to the feet.
Yeah, Gianni's trying, what he's doing is he's really trying to lift and get underneath on that cross heel hook, but you know.
There's a really nice draw rack here, and I think Gianni got out of this because he was framing off both shoulders, so that's pretty interesting.
Back to the feet.
Watch around here.
Gianni's trying, here. What he's doing is he's really trying to lift and get underneath on that cross heel hook, but you know, Max is well aware of that position as well, and that's kind of why he had to accept being on the bottom there. He got lifted. He was going to be in a potentially bad situation.
So you guys got to remember, Who's Number One is a submission-focused tournament.
Max Hansen guessing which side the weight is going to be used to elevate him, left and right, back and forth, so fluid.
I feel like all the no-gi bros, all the dudes that mostly do no-gi, they do the same stuff. They do whatever B-Team or Gordon Ryan or Craig Jones is doing. I'm not saying it's not effective, but they just kind of copy the same formula, basically. Raw drag.
People don't understand what it's like trying to pass a
Not to say that Gianni, Gianni's kind of doing the same De La Riva. He's been doing for
kind of how it is,
20
it's
years.
So complicated. You have to worry about your defense the whole time.
Gianni trying to lift.
I think the issue with Gianni is that he plays the same game.
Create an opening, but
Like, I can't say that Gianni has evolved, you know, comparative to some other guys out here.
Pressure working for that knee cut tirelessly.
And, you know, Max Hansen's, he's mostly a guard player, so for him to play on top,
yeah, he's trying to lift
he's out of
him on the left
his
leg
element,
again,
but, you know, we're seeing improvement.
That's a lot of, it's going to feel like a
Johnny's
lot
leaving that leg out.
Yeah. Going footlock.
So Sean Williams said that, I think that's Sean Williams. He said that, you know, Johnny leaves his legs out, but that's true. He's got longer legs playing a De La Riva style game. So Max is trying to stuff that leg in. Johnny pushes it out, leaving it exposed here.
Again, but
watch here, there.
That's a lot of.
So against like really good leg lockers, I mean, Gianni's pretty decent at escaping leg locks, but you can't give up that kind of thing in a submission-focused tournament.
It's going to feel like a lot of weight in that scenario.
So right now, that's the first submission attempt of the tournament, so that means Max is up.
Yep. Gianni's going to have to really be careful of how.
You know, Johnny plays a very positional game, but it's submission-oriented tournament, guys.
They kind of dangle a little bit. But he does. That's his style. His style is he uses these things to sweep where his legs will be hanging over. He'll use 50-50 to sweep and does that.
Also, Max is imposing his game. So. Gianni hasn't really imposed his game that much.
But in no-gi, and when you have someone who really enjoys the leg locks, you've got to be very cautious.
Nice. So Gianni was able to kind of, you know, chain that off balance a little bit better into some other attack that would be good, but he just kind of does it and nothing happens afterwards.
No real commitment to getting on top. Yeah. Seems comfortable working from this position,
Sean. Yeah, I'm not sure what they're doing over there at Bodega. Sorry, Kevon.
Judge's favor. Judge's favor.
Blue? Nah.
Blue.
Nah.
Yeah, no surprise.
That was
there.
right.
Grippo just very aggressive from the bottom.
Very active.
Yep.
I think Gianni needs a coach that has more experience than Kevon and can get him out of his comfort zone.
At some point,
you know, adding some other elements to his game.
A hard time passing, I would.
More passing, more pressure, more submission oriented.
Even just to come right back up and try to make it a little easier for him to pass, but.
Finally committing
looking for a matrix, but no go.
Grippo going for it. Finally a close guard.
Close guard, that's pretty new for Gianni. Never seen him in close guard.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, it's it's going to be a leg entry. I would imagine. There, yep, the inverted knee, but Max just puts that left knee.
He just kind of rushed out of that position.
Sprawl out of that.
Should have slowed down. Slow down.
Max Hansen hasn't really found his own offense in these positions. Yeah, he's kind of been worried about the sweep and the attacks. Good job neutralizing them, but it's not how you win matches at who's number one.
Shoulder pinch. No go on that, but you know, good try. Danny Chopper, what's up, bro? How'd the tournament go, man?
Now Max is getting in there deeper. He's starting to get in there a little bit deeper.
I had a good weekend, bro. Look, we watched some Grippo.
Trying to elevate, pummel the legs through.
No, is that the wrist, Sean, of kind of getting in there a little deeper?
Yeah, I'm not sure what Kevon is working on with Gianni. I don't know, man. Let's be honest. I think Gianni needs a more experienced coach. I mean, maybe Greg Saunders. It's still same ecological, right? Ecological, but I think Gianni needs like a Danaher. I think he had Danaher back in the day. He needs someone a little bit more technical that can give him more technical advice. Because I don't think Kevon can do that.
Elevate, pummel the legs through.
He's elevating. Look, he's doing a good job of elevating, but what was the point of that elevation? There was no follow-up attack, no chaining.
Now Max is getting in there deeper. He's starting to get in there a little bit deeper. Nope,
no reverse X. Like, what was he trying to do? Wasn't controlling the leg.
The wrist, Sean, of kind of getting in there a little deeper.
I just don't know what they're doing over there at Bodega, or if it's effective.
safe thing to do in jiu-jitsu is
A little 2-on-1.
That's not going to win you the match.
Yeah, that's right.
Like, I don't feel like Gianni is close to anything. He wasn't close to anything.
Great night so far.
Max, Max trying to pass. He had a good entry on the leg earlier.
Convention Center.
Gianni's moving around, but like it's not exactly effective.
Beautiful transitions from Grippo.
Yeah, and he almost came up with that. That was one of those situations. You come up with that, and you've got to fight off a pretty deep leg lock.
Danny Top says I lost, but I can tell I'm doing better. That's awesome, man. You're doing better with your nerves and performing. I made a mistake and couldn't secure a mount for points. Yeah, it'd be those little details, man. That was the match right there. So we tied and went into overtime, tried to rush a takedown.
Content to stay here, continue working.
Yeah.
I'll speak from experience. My experience, never rush anything. As soon as you rush something or you try something different than what you normally do, that's, oh, I've slipped. I messed up. But it's usually small. It's a small difference usually at these tournaments, So just get back out there. That's the advice I give myself, and that's the advice I give to you. And the advice I give to Gianni Grippo. He's got Deep De La Riva X. All right, wait a second. He's got a Deep De La Riva X. Guys, this is no-gi. Why is he doing that? Gianni, why are you doing this? Danny Chopper says, I tried to get a last-minute leg lock, but failed. My ankle actually cracked when he tried to foot lock me back. I'm too flexible for my own good. Oh, no. Well, even if you're flexible, you still can get injured, So I believe Max is going to go for a leg entry because Gianni put his foot there. I mean, it's his fault, right?
Max
okay, he's looking for
the knee in off the back step. It didn't really work.
Maybe a crab ride. It didn't work. Yeah.
Gianni's legs are.
But now, oh no. Okay, so look, Gianni basically gave him Max this setup. Now Max is on the leg again. He's scoring in the judge's eyes.
Gianni's legs are.
Is he extending his leg? Yeah.
Now committing to the leg lock.
Yeah. And this is the position like. He likes this, Gianni likes the legs in there, and because he uses it to come to the top quite a bit. But again, just have to be careful.
A little bit of keymaster. I think Gianni's on the defensive this whole. I mean, he had some off balances, but didn't follow up. Had no attack so far that I saw. Max has grabbed the legs a couple times.
Yeah,
he's pushing forward. So
his legs in front of Max the whole time.
When people are like, "Oh, I shouldn't have lost the match," and then you watch the match and it's like, "Well, I think the guy was doing more than you."
Great job of working both. Now butterfly.
Yeah, this is better for Gianni. I mean, he's got lots of other things he can do. He's still trying to pull himself
like
under.
He tries something, doesn't work, he gives up.
Right out.
That ecological doesn't teach you to persevere. Ecological is like, well, that didn't work. Let me find something else. Instead of like, let me stick with this thing and try to finagle it somehow. Again, Gianni's leaving his legs out for maybe, his crab ride entries. But he keeps exposing his legs too much.
Hold his foot up. You see that right hand hold, but yeah.
Nice little entry. Nice, Gianni. Can you finish it though? Okay.
Sweep and you got it.
Nice, Gianni. All right, that was good.
That was nice.
Good job by the referee.
Danny Chopper says, honestly, the best moments was making amends with my first coach. Even if I won, nothing could beat that. Awesome. Cool, man. That's awesome. I'm happy. Some positive came out of that.
Good stoppage. Wait, it's kind of stoppage, Sean, because an inch is a big deal.
All right, Gianni got a takedown, so, that was amazing.
That's it. It's a world-class.
Happy to see that takedown from Mr. Grippo. Now what is Grippo going to do from on top? That's the question.
It was over here.
Good pressure. Maybe Kevon helped him with that pressure. That's true. Can't take that away.
Trying to keep that leg in the middle. He's got to keep moving towards his left.
Max does have some
behind the feet.
Some entries on the legs.
Now.
Judge's favor.
There he's able to get that left leg back out. False sweep.
Looking for a false sweep here.
So now Gianni needs some underhooks.
So I'm surprised Gianni let this entry happen.
He's getting his legs kind of wrapped up.
So I'm not sure what he was thinking here.
Favor.
There he's able to get that left leg back out. False sweep coming. There it is. So now
False
Gianni needs
sweep.
some underhooks.
I'm not sure what Gianni was looking for
underhook,
here.
Get his chest down.
Okay, he gets out. He gets out. Okay.
Faber and Max Hansen at this point, probably because of that top pressure that we had talked about
Again,
before, but now Grippo on top.
And again, just, I've seen some tournaments where people got the false sweep, didn't do anything from false sweep. They just got there. The judges consider that an attack a lot of times. So Max is going for a matrix style back tape, K-guard, whatever you want to call it.
Leg, Grippo right on top again.
Just trying to turn that knee to the inside.
Let's see. And, Gianni definitely has a better guard than Max Hansen. Not to take away from Max. I think Max was pushing more, a little bit more from. I mean, Gianni's keeping his weight down, but he's not really going forward, like passing attempts. If he lets another false sweep go through, that's pretty bad. Okay.
Bringing his weight
Bit
down.
of G roll, Z guard. Okay.
Still have 3.5
Hiva.
minutes left. This 15-minute match. This is where fatigue starts setting in a little bit.
Yeah.
Very busy fight for both of these athletes.
All right, Gianni is, I wouldn't say he's being as active on top.
Split the legs now.
Still got the knee cut in the middle. Let's see if he pummels his left. Nope, he's not going to go the other way. Keeping the knee in the middle.
Seems like both times the busier fighter has been the one on the bottom.
Yeah.
Max Hansen really working this guard just like Gianni Grippo was.
Yeah, Gianni's kind of slowing down on top. He's looking like a Masters athlete now.
And yeah, I think
top.
that's both guys feel a little bit better on their back. I believe that's both of these guys have strong guards.
Bro, it is hard to watch jiu-jitsu. Who is that over there?
Now under 2.5 minutes.
You can tell I'm not focused over here.
Great job with that right hand controlling. Just enough
I
to
think
keep
Max was
Hansen
pushing
pushing
more
him
on top. He was pushing more on top. Gianni had the takedown.
Yeah,
But he had no submission attempts.
In the middle, which is
I didn't see one submission attempt from Gianni Grippo, so
making it difficult.
I'm
for
definitely leaning towards
Hansen
Max.
to get any real
He was more
offense
active on
going. We
top,
saw almost the
more
exact
submission
same
attempts.
thing when Gianni was on the bottom.
Gianni had
Basically
one takedown.
Gianni's now giving Max his
Or
own
sweep,
medicine.
takedown,
Max
whatever
trying-
you want to call it.
So sort of like they both just switched in now.
And then these guys be upset when the referee make a decision.
To end up in this position. That could swing the
You're like,
judges
bro,
in
we
a big
watched
way.
the whole 20 minutes, Gianni, 15, 20 minutes. If you lost that match, that's on you, bro. If you can't demonstrate your jiu-jitsu in 15 to 20 minutes, I don't know what else to say.
Back of Max Hansen on the ground.
I mean, that advice goes to myself, too. Nice.
the
Ooh,
leg
really
attack.
nice entry.
There's
Let me go back. I'm not exactly I don't know what exactly to call this. Eddie Cummings would do something similar. So he gets into an ashi, reaping ashi. So here, kick under. Reaping ashi there.
Getting to the leg attack.
Right into an ankle lock.
And Johnny's thought about going after his
Okay,
own.
that's 3 attacks I counted from Zach Hansen, Max Hansen.
First for Grippo.
Grippo 0. So I guess Gianni forgot that this is a submission tournament.
Trying to fall sweep again.
He should have been racking up some submission attempts.
There's the threading of the legs.
Okay, another leg entry. Leg pop.
Still
4
can't get above the knee.
4 attacks.
Question is,
He's in a false
very
read, 5
close match
attacks.
because those
So
attempts
there's
to
no
the
way
leg
Gianni
locks
was going to
from the
win.
judges. That's
Very
the
close.
question.
Who's number 1 or fight to win or some of these tournaments. So again, it's not about the pressure passing and the
Certainly
control.
got that tonight, despite being late notice.
Yeah, oh yeah.
This guy came to fight.
Yeah,
Gianni
very active, so
Gianni didn't do
no
enough to
shock.
win.
He's right
I
here.
think that's the truth. Can anybody
Looks like he was already scheduled for this
debate
match.
that?
It doesn't look
I
like a short
can't say
notice
that
call.
Gianni
Looks
did
like
enough to
was
win
like-
that match.
That did not come from the couch.
And he's more technical than Max. He's more accomplished than Max.
A great fight.
But he didn't do enough to win that match.
Great from the bottom, got the sweep, and ended up on top.
He didn't win that one in my
problem is Max Hansen's very busy from the bottom.
Yeah.
How did the judges
15, 20
Literally
minutes.
looks like a
You show everything you got.
version of the first half of the match. So.
You can't complain if you lose that, you know.
These guys have guards from
You just can't complain. Max did more.
absolutely stunned by that.
Was he upset?
They've awarded your winner out of the red corner, Max Hansen.
No, he won that, guys. I'm sorry, he won that. Gianni, you can come on the channel and defend that loss, but I mean it was clear. Max had like 4 or 5 different submission entries. Even if he didn't get the submissions, Gianni had 0. At no point did I see him go for a submission, grab the leg, he went for an arm pinch, but that ain't a submission. He did get a good takedown off the sweep. But this is who's number 1. Imagine Gianni did like CJI or something. You can't win on points. It's not points tournament. And that's something that I like Lackland for, because his focus when he did his trials was who got the most submissions. That's the name of the game. Get submissions. This ain't IBJJF. You know, ADCC does focus a lot on points too, though. You just gotta go for more submissions. I don't know what else to say. There's no if, ands, or but about that. Go for more submissions. I'm gonna try to get it through as many stories as I can, guys. I gotta go fishing today. Gotta go fishing later. Yeah, let me message him in a second. Yeah, gotta go fishing later, so I'm gonna skip jiu-jitsu. But you guys don't skip jiu-jitsu for Mat Side Monday. Mat Side Monday, you guys need to go mat side and train. This is also considered Magic Monday, so you guys go out there for me. We got my boy Adam. He said whirlwind of a year it's been. So he let's see if I can zoom in a little bit. There we go. Move myself out the way. He renovated a school, and I think they're just opening up. You know, life getting in the way too. Kids and everything else. Adam's really good too. Hopefully we can see him competing some more. Okay. All right. Black Cat Jiu-Jitsu, if you guys are in, I believe it's in Arlington, Virginia, or D.C., somewhere. Check them out.
Consists of this. Consists of a nigga come you in the streets. If that's what your jiu-jitsu consists of, get the up, man. Get the up and fight back, man. I'm tired of that, man. Two consists of this. Consists of a nigga come you in the streets. If that's what your jiu-jitsu consists of, get the up, man. Get the
Yeah. So a lot of people have that thought process, you know. Let's be honest, we're not doing jiu-jitsu. Well, some people start jiu-jitsu for self-defense, but once you've been doing it for a while, a couple years, you're not going to be doing it for self-defense. You're going to be doing it for fun, for sport. So, you know, people say street fight, blah, blah, blah. Listen, nobody fighting in the street like that, really. They're going to shoot you in the street, so you shouldn't be fighting regardless. So if you want to play guard, go ahead. You want to play footsies, go ahead. You want to do whatever you want to do, go ahead. You know the MMA guys, MMA is not even real. You think there's a referee in the street? No. You think you can't. The UFC's always had rules. No eye gouging, no ball kicking, you know, stuff like that. Actually, I don't know if that was the rule. The fact that you think there are rules, you know, UFC, MMA has rules, but that's not real life either. Whenever people start talking about self-defense, I just zone out.
the strategical part of jiu-jitsu. A lot of people don't like it. I'm an advocate of points. I dislike the submission-only format. I think it's detrimental to jiu-jitsu from a self-defense perspective, primarily, not only that, but because it detracts from positioning. And that's something that a lot of people that are really supposedly hardcore jiu-jitsu fans don't fully understand. They go, oh, jiu-jitsu is all about the submission. I'm like, no, it's not.
Yeah.
Unless jiu-jitsu is a game. If jiu-jitsu is to remain at least with one foot in the reality of combat, submission may not be a great idea, man. In fact, submission is part of like the fight, but if you're in a bar fight, going for an armbar is what the dumbest thing you can do.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, depending on what this was, even in MMA, you see this. Ain't no one going for submissions like idiots. No smart fight. They conserve position. They stay. They don't take risks. They don't go for sacrifice submissions, as I call them. A submission that would compromise your top position. You don't see Makhachev doing that. That's smart. I appreciate the street.
Yeah. If we only did MMA, what Danny Choppa says is might need to relax today. Yeah, take today off, bro, and get back to it the next time you can. The issue of like the self-defense guy people, that stuff gets boring after a while. There's only so many self-defense situations you can replicate, and they got the person with the knife, and then like the person with the knife ain't really trying to stab you. I mean, there would be no like if you were training with knives for real, you get stabbed, you couldn't train no more. And it just gets boring after a while, guys. How many rear grab defense, choke defense? You can only do that so much before you want to do something, have some fun. And if all we did was self defense, we wouldn't have Barambolos. All them leg locks wouldn't be working no more. If we only did self-defense moves, no more leg locks, no more bolos, no more cool stuff. All the fun, cool stuff you guys love, no more. All the stuff Tackett be doing, you couldn't be watching that no more. Can't play that. We got David Carr. You guys know David Carr is really good. Just really good movement. I don't know when this was. Oh, it was recently. My man David Carr been fighting Team Japan. I think he's at 74 kg. So, Team Japan, you're going to have to fight them Japanese off at 74. Really good technique, man. Just keep it simple, bro. Nice. David Carr, son of Nate Carr, who I believe is an Olympic champion. Did Nate Carr win the Olympics? It says DDP has no filter. I'll be very happy if Dricus loses the belt. I don't understand how he keeps winning. That's from Shahara Magomedov. And then on the flip side, Dricus says, my man, you got one eye on the ceiling and the other on the TV. You're not seeing the same DDP as the rest of us. So, I usually don't attack people's disabilities or whatever they got. But, UFC dudes, they don't care. We got the Fireflies. So, I've been pushing the ladies wrestling, but look, the girls are good out here. The girls are good out here. I'm not going to play that music. And this is high school level. Scholastic. So the girls are out here doing it. And, the girls be going for it, bro. Some of my favorite wrestlers, Kennedy Blade, Helen, Rika Yuasa. Yeah, a lot of really good wrestlers. We zooming through it today, guys. I gotta go fishing in a little bit. Talking about Gianni Grippo, look at his dad over here. He says Dricus is so cold-blooded. Man is so ruthless. He is literally Looney Tunes fighter. I haven't seen Dricus fight. I'm boycotting the UFC guys. Talking about Grippo earlier, we got his pops over here. What's up with these guys? When they go through that midlife crisis, they be getting on that motorcycle. Shout out to Uncle Day Day. He riding motorcycles today. So we got Gianni Grippo's father out here riding. We got Gianni filling up the tank. You gotta do the pit crew. Gianni's part of the pit crew. They at the track, the race day. these older guys love to be racing, bro. They be having their knees sliding on the floor. Oh, uh-oh. I guess it is true. It doesn't look like they're going fast. They're going fast. Yo, I ain't got the money to go to track day. You know, tires, maintenance, gas, trailer. You got it costs money to keep your motorcycle over there. Yeah, I ain't got money. I'd rather put my money towards jiu-jitsu. Uncle Dave said he put his money towards motorcycles though. Bad news, guys. Caio Terra's academy damaged after car crashes into the facilities. He says we can rebuild. So that's pretty bad news. I like that they put a Ferrari on there. So hopefully we can look at that story again. But hopefully they can get up and running again. Other news: Jason Knopf gets his blue belt. Congrats to he got his blue. You can't tie that blue belt. Look at that blue belt tie. Let me zoom in. Yo, Jason Knopf, why you tie your belt like that? He tied it like he was tying a plastic bag or something. God, dog. Guys, help. Please help the blue belts. That means he wasn't ready for blue belt. You can't even tie his blue belt. he just. Gordon, why didn't you help my man out, bro? All right, shout out to him, bro. He needs to go back to wrestling. I keep saying that, but I mean, he's got his blue belt on. Haven't seen any blue belt technique, but he's wearing a blue belt now. He ain't even, is he ever training in the gi? Josiah, what's up, bro? We just watched Gianni earlier, man. We know you love him. That love-hate relationship.
With the second pick in the 2025 Claw Draft, Chaos selects Mike Machiavello.
Five-time national team member, won the U.S. Open in 2022 and 2023.
So we got Claw Wrestling. It says Giorgio Polas, the dude that does the Take Me Down for $1,000. He got the number 2 overall pick. So I'm not sure when they're going to have the actual event going on. I'm still waiting to see it. No audio?
With the first pick in the 2025 Claw Draft, the Cicadas select Zane Rutherford.
Zane Rutherford was for sure the best guy they had out there. There's some other dudes out there too. What's that?
With the third pick in the 2025 Claw Draft, the Matt King select Big Matt Stencil.
The big guy from Central Michigan, Matt Stencil.
Josiah says, I saw my dance partner in Gianni. Well, we watched this whole Max Hansen match. That's the first thing we did today is watch that Max Hansen match. So I would do anything to dance with Gianni on the match. Well, man, you missed the match. We just watched it, bro. All 20 minutes of it. Yeah, it definitely Max won that match. Corby, he's going to be representing Team Americas with the minus 66 kg. I think Pato said he gonna beat the Corby Bros. Pato said he coming back for the Corby Bros. So we'll see what happens with that. We got Kokorian, you over here. Why you got all that blood on you, bro? Josiah is, yeah, let's go, man. You gotta call him out, bro. We got Jordan Burroughs Gymnasium. Jordan Burroughs. Did you guys know he has his own gymnasium named after himself in his old high school? It says takedown camp in my home gym. There's excuse me. There's no better way to end our academy summer camps. I get nostalgic about this place because this is where my passion was ignited. At the very beginning, I was unsure of just how far I could go, but I was ready and willing to take the next step. If I can do it, anyone can. JB, you like a specimen, bro. There ain't too many JBs out there. We're planting seeds of greatness. A kid from Sicklerville, New Jersey, that's not too far from where my family lives, became the best wrestler in the world 7 times. Who's next? CGI 2 gonna be fire. Yeah, guys, let's make sure we get our guys. Let's make sure we get our dollars ready for Craig Jones come time for the CGI. Make sure you get your dollar bills ready. Marley says happy miserable Monday. Nah, it's Magic Monday, bro. Come on, Magic Monday or Matt Side Monday. Look at JB giving back, bro. You don't really see too many jiu-jitsu people giving back. They just take. I'm going to try to go through all the stories today because I got to go fishing.
Heel hooked. Yeah. My ankle's not supposed to bend that way. My opponent is from Uzbekistan and is the returning U20 Asia silver medalist. I was really excited to get on the mat, especially since it was my first time in 7 months and on the biggest stage of my career thus far. The match starts and I start taking some ground, but my opponent instantly goes for a 2-on-1. He goes for a nice fireman's, but I'm able to float off it and end up in a front headlock position that gets stalemated. We go back to center and I again engage in a good stance, trying to initiate some forward pressure, but he uses my forward pressure and gets to a nice duck motion sweeping to the leg. I stay as stingy as I can with my wizard, but he uses my post hand against me and secures the takedown. He tries to go for a leg lace, which I defend, but in the process, I pull my calf early in the match. He starts to initiate some of his own forward pressure, and when I start to give the fuel back, he hits a clean duck to a double that I have to bail on and go straight into a cast over with a leg in that I don't know how I defended. I check the clock and see 6 seconds left, so I try for a double, which he moves back on, and I see an opportunity for a push out, which I score with 0.1 seconds left on the clock. Entering the second period, I really needed to pick up my offense, but again, he gets to my leg on a nice low single, which he elevates and twists my ankle in almost a heel hook type of position that I've never been in before. Was able to work through the entire position, stayed extremely stingy, and eventually worked for a stalemate on the 40-second scramble. After this exchange, I could really feel him starting to gas, so I tried for another double that he stuffs, and again, off my forward pressure, he goes for his duck, but this time I catch it, he smartly drops to a leg, I cross-face his head inside, and we get stalemated again. Time's running out, I'm trying to stalk him, but I get out of my stance, and he goes again to the low single. He stays stingy holding onto my ankle, and I try for this ankle pullover that I felt maybe I could turn him on, but it was ruled illegal. And that left me with 10 seconds left on the clock. I try for a double, get in front of headlock, look for a pinch, but am unsuccessful, and I lose my first international match, 4-1. Narrow loss to a tough opponent. We'll get it back at Worlds. Full match breakdown as well as the Asia Championships documentary is now out on YouTube. Go check it out and follow for more content. In my first international...
Yeah, that international scene is different. You know, you get used to competing. Well, we're kind of spoiled in America. A lot of tournaments here. Worlds, ADCC was here. But when you get outside of your element, and I see this more with like the World Pro tournaments. You go to Middle East, you find some people. You're like, where this dude come from? Where that person come from? So, if you guys want a way to level up, I suggest you go and travel a little bit, do some tournaments, or train at some other schools. It's gonna help you guys get a lot better. Marley says, would you agree or disagree that an outside ankle lock in the BJJ is the BJJ equivalent of a granny shot in basketball? Yeah, it's a good move though. It works. It works pretty well. When you say outside, you mean with the leg, not across, just straight? Is that what you mean? It says a granny shot is a way of throwing a free throw that is noticeably and statistically more accurate, but is nearly never used because it looks goofy and goes against. What do you mean by outside ankle lock? Like a regular ankle lock? No, ankle lock's good, bro. Just watch Mikey Musumeci. Watch Isaac Doderline. Bro, ankle lock works. The mechanics, you gotta have the mechanics down. Yeah, you just gotta have your mechanics down, and you gotta be able to out leg pummel the other person. So that's why Mikey's so good at the ankle lock. In fact, he won world championship one time in 30 seconds with an ankle lock. Yeah, I mean, Dean Lister, Mikey tapped out Pato with the ankle lock too. Oh, it's a specific variation. Yeah, you have to send it to me. I'm just saying ankle lock in general is a really good attack. If anything, it's the equivalent of a 3-point shot now. You can get that thing quick and easy.
Fabrizio Andre.
He says, Marley says, I feel like being compact yet tanky, lanky. Well, you just described Mikey Musumeci. Look at Mikey. He's all torso and then little legs. So that's a great combination for, winning the leg pummel, getting the matrix, the K guard. Them little legs get inside, bro. You can't get them out of there. Shout out to Fabrizio Andre, bro. He is a highlight reel. He was doing well. He did BJJ Stars, and he was the smallest guy out there, but he beat a couple people. Now, you can't do that when you get older. We got the Tackets over here with the grappling dummy. I was playing around with the grappling dummy the other day, and, man, I think it was really good. Mikey got that duck build. I think grappling dummies can help you guys. If you just need to drill something, you need to work out some idea, just grab the grappling dummy. And I'm not saying you got to get the $4,000 robotic. These jiu-jitsu guys, don't let them get a robot doll or something. They might be doing some stuff to that thing. But it's a good way to get some training in. You just want to think through some ideas. Yeah, you can play around, and with this one, you can actually break the arm and go for other stuff. Yeah, use your imagination a little bit. If we listen to all the self-defense people, we wouldn't be having no fun in jiu-jitsu. We'd be doing all the most boring stuff. I saw this earlier, but they got the teams listed. You got the Danaher team, full squad of killers. The one issue that we're gonna see, it happens every time there's ADCC or something. I think Craig even talked about it. You're gonna need some replacements. People, they get hurt during their training, so you're gonna need some replacements, some alternates. So I believe they were given 2 wild cards per tournament or per team. So everybody gets hurt getting ready for this stuff. Danaher team. You got the 10 Planet team. I think Gio Martinez needs to get out of there. I mean, those are all 10 Planet guys. But say they wanted to win, I would probably wild card either Gio and the Alan Sanchez kid. I'm not sure how good he is, or Gio and Kyle Bohm. I would probably take those 2 guys out and do wild card. I would get a Brazilian. I would get Baby Shark or somebody for -66. Or somebody. I'm trying to think who's really good. Mikey, pull Mikey in. Mikey, come represent us. Yeah, pull Mikey in for -66. And then if you could, I don't know, Kyle Bohm. I don't know. I would get like Buchecha. Somebody big. Rosinski maybe. Throw Rosinski in there. I don't know. Somebody. Team B team, team formerly known as B team. You got a couple guys. Ethan, I don't know about Ethan. I like Ethan, but I don't know about Ethan for this one. I don't know about Ethan. Ethan got handled by my man Pato. Joseph should do well. Wojcik, I believe Wojcik is untested at this weight class. He's really good at submissions, but we'll see at that weight class what happens. And Victor Hugo and Nicky Rod, they're gonna do well. Team Matos looking pretty good. I would probably replace Ronaldo Jr. I would probably replace him with somebody else. I'm not sure who they have that does no-gi. Ronaldo Jr. is not a submission. Do they not have a submission dude at that weight? Barbosa's good. Kynan. Depending on what Kynan you get, you might get super Kynan, or you might get, I'm going to give up really easy Kynan. And then you got Felipe Pena. I would probably replace, I think Ronaldo Jr., the weak link right there. I would pull in Tynan. Go ahead and pull in Tynan for minus 77. Or let Galvao jump in there. Daisy Fresh looking good. They got Zach Hansen, Max Hansen. I keep getting his name mixed up. Max Hansen, Dante, whatchamacallit, Hillbilly Hammer, Homeboy. That guy's pretty good too. He don't do submissions though. Team Australia. Yeah, Australia pretty good. All these big dudes probably do leg locks. Kenta, he good. He's not really a submission dude, but he can do something. And then Fabricio Andre is pretty exciting. Team Europe. Everybody's discounting Team Europe. I think Team Europe might be the weakest team we got on here. Team Europe. Who's on Team Europe? I don't even know. Owen Jones. We know Owen Jones. We got Ardilla. Charles Negromonte, and then the Polish dude with the braids for some reason. I don't know, bro. Good luck, guys. Who else out there? Team Americas. Okay, Team Americas might be the worst team. Pat Downey, he got a good, Darce Anaconda choke. I mean, I don't know. He only did that to blue belts though at the Nogi Worlds, but he's gonna be fighting some really good big guys. You got that dude. Who is that guy? You got Big Breakfast. You got the Corby Bros. Didn't they win the trials at, was it 77 or 66? They won the trials. Does anybody remember? Either way, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about the Corby Bros. Really, I don't know. They're good. They're good. Don't get me wrong. They are good, but we didn't have any better Americans. 88. You telling me we didn't have any better Americans at 88? I probably would have got a Tackett or something in there. I would have put a Tackett in there if they didn't sign the contract to whatchamacallit. There's some good 88 people, bro. You got that other guy from Daisy Fresh that's good. There's some other good people they could have put out there. I like the Corby Bros. I think they did 66. Right? Did they do 66? I don't know what weight class they did. What happened? Oh, well, I'm busy, bro. I'm in my own world over here. You sending me a lot of posts. Yeah, last thing I saw, you said I'll send a link with the Dean Lister video. That's the last thing I saw. And yeah, we talked about the lanky. Yeah. You say ignore me. Yeah. I mean, I can't. You. To be fair, you sent how many posts? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. While I'm talking, I'm over here talking, bro. Let me get through what I'm doing. You asking to send a link? I'm in my show right now. Let's keep going. Mr. Craig Jones. What is Craig Jones doing over there? I'm just trying to figure out who else might be good at 88. Yeah, let me get through my thought process. Can I get through my thought process? I'm over here focused on who could be better representative for CJI. I did mention the ankle lock. The stream and chat does delays. Oh. Yeah, I'm delayed. I'm delayed. I'm just now seeing the post. What is it, about 30 seconds, a minute or something? I'm in the future. So I am delayed a little bit, guys. Or you guys are delayed. Somebody's delayed. Let me get through my thought. Says don't take it personally. It gets back to me sometimes after a while. Yeah. And sometimes you guys distract me. I love you guys. Sometimes you guys distract me when I'm going through a thought. I'm not trying to attack you or anything. The thing just popped up. I just looked and it popped up when I turned around. I'm over here looking. I have two screens, guys. I'm not on this screen. I got another screen too I'm looking at. So we'll see what happens. Let's look what's going on with Gabby over here. Actually, let's get through a couple of this. Ooh, that's loud.
His name and his appearance, believe it or not, is actually Japanese. His name is Kenta Iwamoto, representing Team Australasia, minus 77 kilos. He is one of the most dangerous little men out there in the game today. And he beat my boy Joseph Chen at the ADCC trials when I was coaching against him, and I'll never forgive him for that. But Kenta Iwamoto is dangerous, and he did ultimately join the team, mostly to train with Joseph, but he did take out a lot of revenge on me personally, and he will be a threat in the CGI. Watch it live and free on YouTube.
All right.
31. Obviously, I failed the Asian test, but Kenta Iwamoto does not.
Yeah, as far as I know, Kenta's the only Japanese person out there. You got about 4 Asian people out there. Joseph, 3.5. Joseph Chin, the Corby Bros, Kenta. 3.5 to 4. Yeah, I'm not ignoring you. Sometimes I don't, sometimes I miss the post. Sometimes it's delayed. Sometimes I'm looking over here. I'm looking over there. I'm human, guys. Send the link. Yeah, the only way I'm gonna look at the link is if you send it in the chat. Can you send the link in the chat if that's allowed? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Let's look at it and see what Gabby's doing.
Our next athlete, Adele Fornerio, double gold champion at ADCC, first Australian to ever do it. She's competing in the CJI for the $100,000 tournament, the highest paid cash prize in history, and in my humble opinion, is the greatest female athlete out there today. What the fuck, Craig?
All right, there's Craig Jones with his girlie, Gabby Garcia. Is Gabby still competing? Craig Jones is doing it, bro. Guys, make sure you get your dollar bills for Craig. Get them ready, okay? Get them ready. You got my man in his tidy whities out here. Got dog, Craig. He's out here. Who else is marketing their event like this guy, man? I can't name anybody else. We got Penn State. They're getting some new mats. Roll out. I won't play the rest of the music, I had to edit these videos and take all the music out. So they're getting some new mats, I believe. You got to get rid of the staph infested ones. You got to get some new mats on there. Resolite. Oh, those are good mats. Resolite's good. What's the other good brand? I can't remember now. They do the who does the ones for the NCAAs? I'm not sure if it's Resolite or what. BJJ Struggle says how to get your blue belt fast. Just pay money. Easy. No, it says this is the major thing that helped me go from white belt to blue belt in 6 months. I mean, if you're consistent and you got some technique. 6 months to a year. That's 6 months. We don't really get blue belts in 6 months anymore. But I'm not saying that it's unheard of. You probably got that blue belt too early. He says, get adopted. Upper belts taking you under their wing fast tracks progression because you're learning from scratch and you can just copy their game. Leg locks. Stop being afraid of them. They're mandatory for BJJ now because it's the meta. And Nogi, maybe. Getting good at single leg X will win you most beginner level tournaments. Competition. Compete as much as humanly possible. The mentality of competing will make you better at BJJ so much faster. RNC, learn this immediately. Highest percentage submission of all time. Bonus, find a couple people that are safe so you can go hard with them and still be safe. Injuries stop the good from being great, so remember to not get hurt. Cross train, learn from others and not just one person will make you better. Awesome. That's good advice. We got George St. Pierre over here, and I really like this because it shows you that you don't need all this crazy equipment to get in shape, you know? You just need some resistance from the water or, you know, whatever you got, man. I'm not saying everybody's got access to a pool, but you can work out anywhere, especially on Fitness Friday. Don't forget Fitness Friday. That's when you need to be working out, guys and gals. But shout out to GSP, you know, out of all the MMA fighters, he's the one that's always working out and kind of on top of his health. Guys, I'm not going to stay on long today because I got to go fishing. Got to go get wet. Not like GSP. I'm going to be in the river. We got A Tang. I forget her. Andrea Tang. That's her first name, yeah. She just came out with a book. She says, my upcoming YA fantasy, young adult fantasy thriller, To the Death. In all her glamorous pink-covered glory, is officially available for request on NetGalley and in physical ARC form. Awesome. So she does a lot of work in jiu-jitsu. She covers a lot of, she covers, like, you know, she interviews people. She covers stories. I think she does some photography too. But she's around, so if you guys want to check that out, go ahead. Arriving February 10th, 2026. Okay, might be worth checking out. Andrea, maybe I might have to check that out. You know, she competes too. And she does a lot of articles. Yeah, she does articles, I believe. I think that's what she does mostly. Yeah, she does articles. That's true. What's up, lady? She doing it, man. You know, I support the ladies being out here on these mats. We got Stefan Mikic. He says, so blessed and honored to be featured in my church's museum as part of honoring Serbian athletes around the world. So many successful athletes have come from this branch of Saint Sava. Serbian blood is special. So they added my man to the museum, the church museum. That's awesome. You know, my wrestlers are usually pretty religious. You know, I respect everybody's faith. I just don't like when you trample on other people's faith, like my man Aaron Brooks be doing. He's got a couple of his medals there. That's awesome. They put an NCAA over there. They gave an NCAA. He like, let me put my NCAA over there. Awesome. Got the world championship picture. That's amazing. He's leaving his gold medal over there? No, he ain't leaving his gold medal over there. that church got a lot of athletes over there. We got Kyle Dake. He looks like he's ready. He has not been looking good lately. Or maybe, you know, the people he's been fighting have been looking really good. So I'm hoping Kyle Dake, maybe he's got one more Olympics. I don't know. You guys let me know if you think he's got one more Olympics. But he's doing RAF, Real American Freestyle, on the 30th of August. So we'll see. We got the Tackets along with the homeboy I fought. What's that kid's name? Not Joseph Chin. What is that kid's name? Is he over here? I don't see it. We got the Tackets with their team. I can't remember that kid's name anymore. I feel bad now. Andrew says, can't begin to say how awesome of an event that was. Wow, God is so good. He is taking care of me and my family 100%. Love that man. Couldn't have gotten to this point if it wasn't for so many people pushing and motivating me constantly. Thank you to everyone that cares enough about me to tell me the things that I need, but usually don't want to hear. So, the Tackets are pretty close. Family and friends and celebrating. Shout out to my man, Mark Coleman, man. Mark Coleman he got double hip replacement. But look at him, bro. He be doing boxing. He be doing yoga. He's still out there, man. Look at him moving them hips, titanium hips. Look at him. My man still got it. Yo, he giving it to some old lady somewhere. He says, marathon day, I'm feeling amazing. Stem cells are kicking in every day. I feel better. Thank you to Stem Cell International. If you're okay, he's advertisement for stem cells, but look at him, bro. He needs something.
Recovery. I'm sore from head to toe. Amazing week. But the body can recover. Always do more. Earn everything. Woo! Sober's the coolest thing I ever did. Get help I did. Saved my life. Changed my life. Gave me a life. Fear nothing. Carnivore diet and ancestral tenets has been good to me. Fear nothing. Do more.
Yo, my man doing more than all of us, man. We don't have it filming his dog taking a poo-poo. We had to put that on the stream. JT, when's JT coming back? JT did not have the best outing. He fought Nicky Ryan. That was not the best JT we've seen. But look at this JT. Steamy JT. JT, we need you, bro. He says, no, the basics never die. No-gi season is upon us. So I'm hoping we get some more JT Torres. We need some JT Torres. I believe he's doing a camp, Masters Worlds camp. There we go, right there. We talked about this earlier. If you guys are in New York, you guys can hit up this Masters Worlds camp. It's this week, actually. What day is that? The 8th through the 10th? Is that this week? Yeah, Friday through Sunday. So $100 for the whole camp. 11 to 1 at Essential Jiu-Jitsu in New York. White Plains, New York, to be exact. So if you guys are in that area, I think Evan might go. We got Paul Ardilla. I'm not sure why he's representing Team Europe. He should have why didn't he go for Team Americas? Either way, Paul Ardilla is officially locked in at minus 88. If you guys didn't know, he used to do minus 99, but he went down. For Team Europe, after earning his spot by winning the UK trials, Paul brings veteran experience, grit, and technical mastery. Did he go out to the UK because that was the easiest trial or the only trial? Paul brings veteran experience, grit, and technical mastery to the CJI stage, a staple of the 88 kg division for the past decade. Paul is no stranger to high-level wars and is ready to go all in for Team Europe. So the cool thing about Paul is that he's actually a lawyer. So if you tap him out, he can sue you. Do they have it in English? All right. My Portuguese is not the best. It says the assassin of of Leandro Lo. The murderer of Leandro Lo was, I don't know if he was convicted or what. Let's see if we can get the translation. I need the translation. My Portuguese is terrible. It says Henrique Otavio Veloso, who murdered our legend Leandro Lo in August 2022 in cold blood, had already been convicted in 2021 for assaulting police officers in Sao Paulo. The case took place in 2017, and on that occasion, Henrique had been kicked out of the nightclub after being confronted by the police. He went up throwing punches. Henrique was acquitted at the first instance, but he appealed and was sentenced to 9 months challenging the open regime. But because he was the primary defendant, the sentence was postponed for 2 years. Next Tuesday, August 5th, we will finally have the trial for this barbaric crime that took the life of one of the biggest names in our sport. So, this guy's he's been sitting in jail. Nothing's happened. It's different in Brazil.
De acordo com a denúncia do Ministério Público, a polícia foi chamada para apurar a briga com o indivíduo armado. Quando os PMs chegaram até a casa noturna, encontraram o Henrique visivelmente alcoolizado e muito alterado. Segundo o depoimento deles, o tenente agrediu verbalmente os policiais e deu socos no braço e no rosto de um dos soldados.
O de jiu-jitsu Leandro Lo, 8 vezes campeão mundial, foi baleado na cabeça hoje de madrugada em São Paulo.
Chegou já no intuito de causar confusão. Até que nós estávamos em 5 pessoas. So we'll keep you guys updated. August 5th is tomorrow, actually. Wow. August 5th? Yeah, it is tomorrow. So we'll keep you guys updated. Brazil is on the same time scale as America, so we probably won't hear anything back maybe till later that day. It says, me warming up to be the best man. So, I love my wrestlers, bro. You gotta warm up, man. Make sure you warm up before the wedding. You never know when you gotta take somebody down. Gotta lift the chair up during the wedding. Talking about weddings, what happened here? Angelica Galval says, we have always prayed and dreamed of this moment, but it was more than we could ever imagine. The only downside is that the party ended. We could still be dancing by now. You looked beautiful, and we were extremely honored to walk you down the aisle on your beautiful dress. May God bless you, Sarah Galval and Stefano, and fulfill every plan for you guys. We love you both. Huge thanks to everyone who came to celebrate with us. Those are the most jacked. That is the most jacked mother and daughter we've ever seen. Yo, shout out to my girls with muscles. I respect that. I respect the girlies with muscles. Them girls got bigger muscles than you guys. And me too. I can't lie. They got me too. I'm old though. Trying to downsize, even though I've been eating. That's amazing. Let's see what Sarah got about. She got some marriage pics. Dang, she got married quick too. These Brazilians don't play. She might be 18 years old. I guess that's normal in certain cultures though. They look good together. I'm jealous. He got himself a Galval. He got himself a world champion in the making. They didn't pay for that wedding. How are you paying for a wedding at 18 years old? You can't pay for that. Andre had to pay for that wedding. Andre Galval had to pay for that wedding. Bro, 18. They got money though. That's nicer than most people's weddings. She is her daddy's daughter. Sarah is the daughter of Andre, and Helena is the daughter of Danaher. Man, Galval, how much you think Galval paid for that wedding, guys? That was a pretty big affair there. I'm trying to get through these stories, guys. I got to go fishing in a little bit. Tackett says, who's next? I don't know. Whoever you guys set up. I want to see Tackett fight some young people. He fought Canuto, who's like 27 or something. He fought Andy Varela, who's like 33. Can he fight somebody young? With some cardio? We got yoga for BJJ. They say, hey, coach, kids don't care about the details. Kids don't care about most stuff. Did I miss anybody's messages? Sometimes I don't look. Got attacked earlier. Kids under 7 can only hold 1 to 2 steps in their mind at once. That's not true. Them kids can do some complex work, complex thought. Man, don't underestimate the brain power of kids, man. That's not disobedience, it's brain development. I don't believe that one bit. Them kids smart, bro. Listen, them kids smart. Them kids at AOJ be doing the berimbolo. You telling me they can only hold 2 things? Heck no, bro. Nah, I don't believe it. So when you say grab the collar, step back, pull, then spin to mount, they're stuck somewhere between step 1 and step 2. More steps equals more confusion. More words equal more overwhelm. And when kids are overwhelmed, they freeze or guess or check out. Instead of loading up steps, 1 or 2 clear instructions at a time. Show it, don't just say it. That's true. That's been around forever. Show, don't tell. Use short cue words they can repeat. Build slowly, step by step, block by block. Think like Lego. Each step clicks into the next. Once they've mastered it, not before. Everybody's doing these little things where you got to click on it. I guess they get more engagement, but I don't know. The thing is, when we go to AOJ, the kids can do everything. Let's go watch real fast. AOJ. Is that it? Where's the one with the kids? Look at these kids, bro.
A free class from one of the techniques that I showed in the kids' guard retention.
All they do is focus on kids, too. That's not kids. I thought that was a kids program. Look at these kids, bro. Them kids doing everything. Some of you guys don't do what these kids can do. These kids all good. And you know what? Them kids drilling. Did you notice all the kids are drilling? Shoot, my bad. I took my screen out. Let me refresh. Yeah, all those kids are drilling, man. I don't think AOJ really does ecological stuff. Also, they don't have space to do ecological. Let me move it over, guys. I messed up. Is it moving? There we go. Messed my screen up. Yeah, there's so much. They keep changing, how kids learn all the time. Every week they're changing how kids learn. We've got Barbosa was at the wedding too. Is that his wife? My man Barbosa. My man Barbosa. Woo, Barbosa. Adele was there too. Adele was there too. Adele was there too. Is that her date? Oh, that's sweet. Dang, they spent some money out there, man. Dang, everybody had their date out there. Look, Adele got her girl. Ooh, that looks good. Oh, man, I didn't get the invite, guys. Of course it got steak and chicken and some shrimp. Ah, that looks good. Dang, we didn't get the invite, guys. They didn't invite us over there. Shoot. That looked good. I could eat right now. I'm about to eat. Yeah, I'm not going to stay on too long, guys. Maybe like 15 more minutes or so. Something like that. We got Flippy Andrew. He won something. AJP. Oh, we got the bronze medal, though. Who beat him? Who beat him at the thing? It says he secured bronze in the AJP World Grappling. Who won that tournament? I want to see. Who won the world? Let's see if we can find it. Oh, that guy. That guy looks like he won. It says the first Iranian grappling world champion, and he did it with style. Who is that guy? Obi Hassim? I see. How did he win, though?
Feeling so good after a long time. My last fight, Haysam is a good fighter. I fight with him 1 month ago, and again we fight in the final. So he's a good fighter, and I'm happy I got the victory.
Yeah. Yes. No. Yes. Yeah. Keep.
What's up, Jason? Happy Matt Side Monday, aka Magic Monday. Jason says, while Sarah kept that relationship on the DL, they started talking about him when they went to Japan. That's when I first heard about him, because he went to Japan. And I believe he's like a purple belt or brown belt or something, so it's kind of crazy. But he's really good. And she's young. She's got to be, I think she's like 18. She's the same age as Helena. So I'm wondering, Helena, are you going to settle down too? I'm wondering, Helena, you settle down with Helena, you're going to have to take care of them animals, though. You have to feed them birds and them cats. You know she got animals, bro. So, you know, I don't, you know, I'm okay. I support everybody. Young people want to get married. I support that, you know. It's better than some of the other stuff these young people doing. So, you know, Atos and AOJ, they for sure, all their people get married early. Look at Tynan, Cole. Cole gonna get married next year. After he wins Worlds, he gonna get married. Who else married over there? A lot of those young guys are married. I give it to my Brazilians. They get married and, you know, they keep the business in the family, have the wife running the front desk and doing whatever. It's kind of a common setup. Kit Dell, he's going to be doing Polaris 33. All right. Kit Dell's making his comeback. Kit Dell, I need you to avenge that loss against homeboy. Whatchamacallit? What's that guy's name? Wagner Hosha. We need you to avenge that loss, bro, because Kit Dell was looking great against Sanji Hibero, but he let Wagner Hosha, the dude with that just had a heart attack, beat his butt. That's crazy. I ain't losing to no dude that just had a heart attack. I'm gonna push that cardio. Jason Whitfield says Helena and Taza always looking real friendly during training. You know why that is? It's because he the smallest person there. Everybody else 6'8", 300 pounds, 250 pounds. They ain't got no small people. Taza he probably the only natural dude over there. And technical, small and technical. Who else small and technical over there? You gonna put her with Olivares? I don't think that's gonna work. Olivares need to get his heart checked out too. He probably just the most normal dude over there. That's why. That's why she always working with him. We got Keegan Bassett. I think he's Bo Bassett's younger brother. He gets the fall in the finals of the Under-17 World Championship. So Team America did really great, guys, at the Under-17.
Right now, as Tomaspi gets to a single, he's to the... Now he's in trouble as Bassett throws him to his back. 30 seconds left for the Iranian to fight off his back. 6-0 the score. And he's going to lock it up. The fall has. And a fall confirmed. A massive win for the United States.
And that's 45 kg, guys. So I think they're under 100 pounds right there. But shout out to the Bassetts. They're doing good. You know, if you have a brother or a sister or a twin, you're going to do good in jiu-jitsu. Look at the Tackett's. Look at the Musumechis. Look at the Mendez brothers. Look at the Rotullo brothers. Look at the Miyao brothers. So if you got some family in there, you're going to do well. Them Bassett's going to be making millions. We got Kevon. He says, I took the week off of Instagram, and here's what I learned. Everybody's doing these little slideshow things. Absolutely nothing. Joking. Life kept moving. This app isn't real life. If it really matters, they'll find a way to reach you. Only the real ones checked in with a call and text. Okay. What was the point of doing that?
Full times today. So if I take one off, it's going to be really hard for me to catch up to my opponents, which means that not only do I have to train every single day, but my trainings have to be very intentional in the sense of like, I can't just come in and be like, all right, man, what are we working on today? You know what I mean? I should already have things prepared. And I kind of touched on this a long time ago, but I just have the room broken up into people who I'm going to work certain moves with. So every single training session that I have, I'm working on multiple things at the same time in order to just catch up to my opponents who can just kind of not even think about it. And then by their third or fourth training, they've touched on all the things that we're hoping to touch on. I'm already not training multiple times today. So if I take one off, it's going to be really hard for me to.
That's Paul Ardilla. Somebody going out. Really good grappler. He's going to be representing Europe, even though he's American of Colombian descent. You know, man, train as much as you can. You're not going to die if you miss one day. For instance, I'm going to go fishing today. You know, my jiu-jitsu skill ain't going to get worse because I took a day off or so. I'm going to be okay. Well, he's getting ready for a tournament, so he does need to be more prepared. But, you know, listen, bro. Listen, it ain't that big of a deal, man. You could even during your training camp, you got to have some fun. You can't just, I'm working hard. Marley says people training multiple times a day is what leads to injury. Yeah, especially before the tournament, people get injured left and right. We got a little video from Norway. You know they call me the Black Viking. Did you guys know that?
Hallo? Hva kan jeg hjelpe deg med?
Er det jiu-jitsu?
Jiu-jitsu, mener du? Det på rett sted.
Ja.
Nei, det her.
You gotta sign up.
Det her kommer til å gå helt fint.
Jeg har hatt lyst lenge.
Det ikke farlig. Kom igjen.
Jeg satt på at det går bra.
I don't speak Norwegian, but I do understand some Swedish. So, you know, people, they come into the gym. You know, people, I guess they don't do research anymore. They just come in the gym. They don't know what to do. They don't bring the right clothes. They don't bring clothes to sweat in. You know, people just be coming in. They don't know what to do. They step on the mat with their shoes. So it's a little funny video, just like, you know, when you come to a new school, you know, go to the front desk, you sign up, you sign in, you sign the waiver, and that's just a process you got to go through. But it is scary, you know, it is scary to new people. They think they're going to, you know, show them a picture of Gordon Ryan with his shirt off and ripped up. You know, that's what they think they're going to see on the first day. Or Gabby Garcia. They think they're going to see Gabby Garcia on the first day. So it's up to us to make that, you know, make that process easy and not scary. Hodger Gracie says he had to change his strength training method as it negatively affected his BJ and recovery. I don't know what he was doing. There's, you know, jiu-jitsu is the only sport where people complain about strength training, and you don't hear the wrestlers talking about their strength training. And for sure, you're not going to hear the judo people talking about their strength training, like, negatively. Danny Choppa says some people who don't compete beat themselves up about not making a day or being out for long periods of time. I always remind them it's a marathon, not a sprint. Even then, it's just jiu-jitsu. I mean, I want you guys to be consistent. Now, if you guys ain't training consistently, of course you got to get in there. But if you're training all the time, your body's already broken already. You can still enjoy your life, guys. I always talk about balance on here.
21年ぶりにこのアリーナに戻ってきました。私は初めてこのアリーナで金メダルを獲得しました。初めてのオリンピックだったから、ドキドキワクワクして開会式から閉会式まで2週間ぐらいいました。で試合もして金メダルも取って、その後にエーゲ海泳ぎに行きました。コーチとしてここに戻ってくることができて、すごく不思議な気持ちです。この大会は、17歳以下の世界選手権ですけど、私も20歳の時にこの会場でオリンピック、金メダリストになって、これから若い選手たちが、オリンピックを目指して頑張ってほしいなと、ここに来て、もっと強く感じました。コーチとしてもっと頑張っていきたいと思います。
It's pretty inspiring. You guys know Japan really invest in their ladies wrestling, man. America too. So I keep telling you guys, put your daughters, nieces, and whoever else, neighbors into wrestling. We got Arma BJJ. I guess they're opening this weekend, or they did open yesterday or 2 days ago. So shout out to them. Look at that, man. You walk in Arma, get that wallet ready. They got Egan O'Flanagan teaching a couple classes there. Of course, Fionn. And looks very nice. Look at that. They got the logo. They got the logo on the mat. You're gonna spend some money. They got the fitness area. Looks everything's clean. Got the kids uniforms. Yeah. So look at that. The Nogi's got the uniform too. So, I'm just saying, if you're going to have a school, just put thought into it. Be sincere. Just put that. It looks like they put a lot of effort into that school, right? The design, the color layout, the layout of the building, the instruction. They got the best instruction possible in Europe. So I'm hoping for the best for them. Let's see. Josh Sono says let's scrap. What's in October? What tournament's in October? Oh, he wants to scrap for the UFC. So we're in this age where all the people are calling out other people. It's very UFC. That's all they do in the UFC. You just call people out. They make fun of you. You make fun of them. Hey, let's fight. I don't like you. Let's fight. You need an opponent? Let's fight. To me, it's weird that you have these really accomplished people basically having to dance. They got to dance and show off to get a match. When it should be based on your skill and talent, right? Kennedy's a really good draw and he's really popular. I'm not saying, sometimes his style's all over the place, but it's crazy that you have these athletes having to we call it shuck and jive. They gotta become a dancing monkey to get on these shows. So if you feel like you gotta embarrass yourself to get on the show, you gotta beg to get on the show. You gotta do stuff you're not comfortable doing to get on the show. Then that show ain't for you. UFC. I see it with the fighters all the time. And then what happens is once those fighters get used up, and then you see the fighters are just like, man, I hate this stuff. Once they get ready to retire, they're like, man, I didn't make enough money. This was BS. We got another story. Let me open it real fast. I'm gonna go to big mode. You're gonna see me. What's up, guys? Happy Match Side Monday. So while I'm doing this, I'm gonna go and look into my messages. You know my show be getting updated real time. Is that Facebook? What is that? Okay, let's shoot. There we go. We did talk about this earlier, but it seems Caio Terra's. We looked at the thumbnail. I got him on the thumbnail. That's why his gym was. I don't want to say attacked. It was crashed into by a car. A car crashed into his gym in San Jose. Caio says sometimes. Move myself over. Sometimes in life, things go your way, and sometimes someone crashes a car through your dream. Luckily, no one was hurt, and we can rebuild. Thanks to everyone who came out to help clean up, and to the PD, San Jose PD, for doing an amazing job. The guy drove off, but they have his license and a video of him, so it's only a matter of time. I mean, how did that car drive off? The car took the fire hydrant and the building out of the way, so it must have been a truck or something. Because, bro, these new modern cars in America, that thing would be crushed. So that's pretty sad. I'm sorry to see that, man. I'll move back so you guys can see the damage there, but that's pretty terrible. And that wood, yeah, oh, it was just brick and wood. Okay, I can see a car taking that out. But what kind of car? That's a huge, maybe came on the side. All right, guys, we're still training on Monday, though. Don't worry. Come to the mat. We're gonna train on the side without all the glass on it, okay?
Get it. I'll do another one. Sorry to do it. Get it. I'll do another one. Sorry to do it. Get it. I'll do another one. Sorry to do it.
Yeah, it's wild, man. That's not what I wanted. We got Rodolfo.
Valeu, galera do Brasil. Não deu pra botar o jiu-jitsu pra funcionar, mas o trabalho lá dos Farinerds já surtiram efeito no primeiro Q. Então vocês viram que eu tô ficando perigoso também. Caraca, eu vi que
I believe Rodolfo has something with his brain too. I remember he was getting a scan a couple years ago, or maybe a year or two ago. Something, I don't know if he has CTE or brain lesions or something. We're trying to get through these stories.
Close are tight. I'm looking for windows. I can't get in.
So that's Alex. I do like to follow her. She was the girl that was supposed to fight Amit at Final X, but Amit had to pull out of there. So she's getting ready for Senior Worlds coming up. So good luck to her.
This decision,
Shamil Gasanov extends his.
Uh-oh, one championship will hit me with a copyright. So I don't know. Gary's been trying to fight, but is his heart really into it? I don't know. I would say go back to jiu-jitsu, but even in jiu-jitsu, maybe he should just focus on coaching like Nicky Ryan is doing. Adele, she says, my 4th time on Who's Number One, and I'm so grateful to be back out there. Tested myself in a brand new weight division, 135, against an incredibly tough opponent. Well, she already beat that girl before, so was it really that tough? This post took me a few days to write because I wanted to say something inspirational or profound, but I'm just grateful to be doing what I love and getting to hang out with some incredible people along the way. If you take nothing more from this post, this match is proof that you don't need to fight from a place of hate for the other person. When I get out there on the comp mat, well, she's not gonna hate you, but she will tear your foot off for real. She says, I remind myself to enjoy what I'm doing because I won't be doing it forever. I remember to smile and love every second of this crazy journey. I have an immense amount of respect for Jasmine Hosha. Thank you so much for taking this match and welcoming me to your hometown. Jasmine Hosha and Adele, they got a lot of similarities. I'm not going to bring up those similarities, but they got a lot of similarities that unify them a lot, They in the same circles. All right, girls, keep it PG over there, girls. Ladies. Nah, they friends. They friends. We talked about it. Rodolfo won his match, so at least somebody in jiu-jitsu's winning. Buchecha. I believe the guy that Buchecha fought who's that guy? The guy Buchecha fought just lost he was just kicked out of the UFC, which is crazy. So somehow you win and you still lose. How is that possible? So they had this Abu Dhabi grappling championship, which they just put together randomly, and I guess they were giving away like $60,000 or something. I can't remember how much it was for. How much was it for? They be giving a lot of money away out there. I'm trying to see the prize money. I don't see it though. Somewhere. Yeah, but there's just so many things out here. You can't keep up. I can't keep up. How are we supposed to figure out who's fighting who? Anyway, there was a lot of money on the line there. A lot of that stuff you got to be in the Middle East for, though.
Pedro Marinho aqui, passando para dar aquele alô. What's up, team? Pedro Marinho here. I'm doing this quick video just to thank you everybody for all the messages, all the support, all the love. I want to thank BJJ Stars. I want to thank FIPA, Marcelo, for the opportunity. For everything you guys did for us, to treat the athletes so well, That's what setting you guys apart as one of the best events and promotions in the world. So I was very happy to be part of BJJ Stars. It was my debut and become, the first Grand Prix Absolute champion was something very special. And more special, not just fighting Brazil, not just fighting the biggest event, one of the biggest events in the world, was having my family there, having my wife, my psychologist, one of my first professor. Was the first time my mom watched me fight in person. So that is something I'll never forget, and I'm very grateful for that, to have this opportunity to have her there. And, God is good, the outcome couldn't be better. And, for me, even before, the tournament, I was just grateful to have them there. And I was in peace with what never happened, but for sure that gave me an extra push, to make that happen. And yeah, we did it, team. And so many great things to show happen this. What's up, team? Pedro Marinho here. And I also, team, want to thank my sponsors, the ones that make the dream possible. I want to thank.
Shout out to Pedro Marino. He looked really good. No Diddy at the BJJ Stars. His wrestling was really on point. You guys can see there's nothing, bro. He looked good. He was in his bag. He was moving well. He was about to lose to Devontae. Devontae almost got him, but Devontae, one little mistake, one little move, miss move, bad move there. So that's all it takes, guys. You make one mistake, that's it. CGI, come on, guys. You hear me talking about it. I won't be there. I don't make any money from Craig Jones or any of these people, but I think it is a good show, and I think it deserves our support. So I'm gonna make sure to give some money when it comes around. We got some MMA fighters. We got some Olympians. We got some NCAA champions over here. I do want to focus on Carter Starachi, though. You guys can't see, he's over there. So I'm hoping Starachi keeps his hands to himself. I'm hoping he stays focused because, Carter want to party. You got to tell Carter no. We got my girl Helen. Helen, what you doing over there with all them dudes with their shirt off? Coach Cal got that kid.
Mais BJJ Stars, né? Tô muito feliz com a minha participação. O Pepa me disse que eu fui a melhor divulgadora do evento, né? Fui a luta principal aí, então tô muito feliz. As coisas saíram um pouco do controle, a gente teve uma opinião controversa, tomei uma posição ali, falta...
We need to watch this match because I'm tired of hearing her complain. She keeps complaining. When I watch the match and I'm like, well, I think the other person won, you can't get upset. So we need to watch that match when it comes out on BJJ Stars or Flow Grappling or whatever. We're going to watch that match and go through it.
If you stay consistent and you keep working, just keep training, you'll do great.
Thanks, man. I mean, I feel like I've learned so much over the last 3 weeks. I was just wondering how, belts work, if you think that, when do you think I'd be ready for that?
Well, normally it takes a little bit longer than 3 weeks to get promoted, so might have to keep working.
I mean, I was just thinking, I've been working, really hard, and so I just thought that since I've had your undivided attention that...
I don't know. I think we should just keep being consistent with the private.
Really? I mean, that's too bad, because I'm really proud of the work we've been doing together.
Oh, you know what?
I
I think you're ready. That was a really great private. I think if you stay consistent and...
Man, was that Jake Shields? Was that supposed to be Jake Shields? I mean, I would give her a blue belt, but not the black belt, bro. Come on. You got to get more money out of her first. That's how some of these guys be out here, man. I'm not giving nothing away. I'm not even giving free advice away. You got the CJI kit. I know some of you guys going to be wearing this. It's not bad, though. I mean, it doesn't look good, but it doesn't look bad. Who's it by? Street X? Okay, that might be okay. You guys check it out, man. We got some more news. It says, after previously being dismissed from the team for missing a camp and being overweight, I exactly know how that feels. Actually, that's my cousin Gabe over there, Gabe Arnold. We both overweight. It says, Gabe Arnold has been welcomed back onto the Iowa team. So Iowa did try to let him go, but I guess they were like, man, we got too much bad press. We need to bring him back on the side over here, bring him back on our team. So that's good news. Someone says, wow, such pushovers. Overweight is diabolical. So he competes at 184, but he's stocky like me. He need to be like 174. So we both got to go on a diet. Let's do it together, cousin. Says, best news I've heard all day. Good on Iowa for giving him a second chance. Gabe bleeds gold and black. He will right the ship. So they were quick to kick him out, but they had a lot of bad press lately. Someone says, I feel like Gabe doesn't personally want to wrestle anywhere else in the country, even if you never make the lineup wrestling at Iowa. And being a great practice partner is something to be proud of. The pursuit of God is glory. Well, that's someone says, genuine question. What is the plan for him, Ferrari, and Kennedy, weight class wise? It seems that someone is going to lose a year of eligibility. So there's a lot of competition for those weight classes. Everybody wants to win at NCAA and do well. So you want to put your best guy out there. So somebody got to move up or down a weight, or they won't be able to wrestle. So I think Iowa's kind of focusing more on AJ Ferrari. or not Ferrari. Yeah, Ferrari. I don't know if it's AJ. Whichever Ferrari's there, they're gonna focus on Ferrari over Gabe. That's how it is, man. You either move to a smaller team or a different team, or you don't wrestle. Tackett says, this photo is special to me because I find myself rarely experiencing this level of emotion. After thousands of hours of obsessive preparation, the match plays out exactly how I prepared. The overwhelming feeling of passion, gratitude, and satisfaction I feel in this moment is something I seem to only experience on the competitive mats. Thank you to all my training partners, coaches, friends, and family. I couldn't be here without each one of y'all's involvement and help in my life, especially my devoted wife. He's married too. He 23 and he married? Maybe 25? I think he's 22, 23. I want to say thank you to the Lord for being by my side and giving me strength in preparation and in execution. You know, my wrestlers and my jiu-jitsu people get married early. Everybody from AOJ and Atos and all the wrestlers, they get married early. About a year or two after college, sometimes right before they graduate, they get married. You know, Bo Barley got married, I think right after he graduated or something. We've got Owen Jones for Team Europe Misfits. ADCC Trials winner, 4th place at ADCC 2026. You mean 2024, sorry. And it says 62% submission rate. That's pretty great. Yeah, he's good for the submissions. You know, he submitted some really good people. You got Paweł Jaworski, European Misfits 77 division, CGI Trials winner, UWW World and Euro medalist, leg lock specialist. What's your percentage though, bro? Josiah, what's up, man? He says Owen Jones versus Gianni Grippo. We're supposed to have that match. I mean, I thought the way he fought Max Hansen, I'm gonna go Owen Jones. I'm sorry, Grippo. If Gianni leaves, if he leaves Kevon and stops doing ecological, he might be able to get back. But right now, I'm not gonna put him up over Owen Jones right now. Paul Ardilla, European Misfits, -88. CGI Trials winner, 4-time ADCC trial winner, which is amazing. I don't think Paul has placed at ADCC. I didn't place at ADCC either, but he's won the trial 4 times. And he's also got a 62% submission rate, so that's really great. Charles Negromonte, I fought him before. ADCC Trials winner in Brazil, Euro no-gi champ, and strong wrestling and top game. How is that going to help you with the submission? You got Marcin, I can't pronounce that Polish last name, +99, CJI Trials winner, ADCC Trials winner, world no-gi medalist. What's his submission rate, though? Everybody keeps forgetting that submission is the name of the game. Do everything but get submissions. Josiah says, I want to see Owen and Gianni. Hopefully, I don't know, man. Hopefully we see them dancing one day. I thought Gianni would have won. Gianni, I don't know. He's getting old. He's 33. University of Penn receives $20 million donation. We talked about this. For the wrestling, not for football or something else, for wrestling. They're going to get a new facility. They need to get a new coach. Can we get that new coach in there? Can we get Jordan Burroughs over there at UPenn? Recently, Dave Patrick, a former wrestling and football student athlete, donated $20 million gift to Penn Wrestling. The donation will help with renovations inside Waitman Hall for a new wrestling facility. What about the coaches? We got EBI 25. Wait a second. EBI 25 for real? Is this number 25? EBI 25. They're on EBI 25. I remember EBI 4, EBI 5. It says the lightweights. It's going to be OG EBI rules. It's going to be September 12th, so like a month from now. Alrighty. It's going to be, I think it's going to be in Mexico. In case you didn't hear the breaking news during our broadcast on Sunday, EBI is making its way to San Antonio for the first time in a historic weekend the night before the Noche UFC with a stacked lightweight bracket with EBI 25. Who in 155 would you like to see in action? Okay, let's get Grippo and Owen Jones down there. Can we do it? Josiah says Marcelo was called out by Wagner. Will Marcelo answer the call? He should. I mean, Wagner gonna get spanked. Wagner gonna get that. Woo! That crap Wagner be doing ain't gonna work on Marcelo.
As you guys can see, we got people banging on our doors wanting to come and train. House Racing Georgetown, look at everybody having a wonderful time on the mats, getting some training in. We offer a free week trial. Come give it a shot. As you guys can see, we got people banging on.
So this is the marketing that's going on nowadays. I don't really care for it, but maybe you guys like it. I mean, honestly, think about who's going to martial arts schools. It's parents with their kids. It's going to be white belts. They don't know who Big Dan is. They're probably not going to be people in their early 20s, going to be in their 30s. So I feel like the marketing tends to miss the mark a lot of times. Or it's like geared towards degenerates that go to Reddit all the time. I mean, we go to Reddit all the time too, but we make fun of the people on Reddit. So I urge everybody to look at their marketing. I don't think Gen Z marketing is really. I mean, Gen Z people don't have money to train jiu-jitsu. So why are you marketing to Gen Z? You should be marketing to millennials. I mean, you do need Gen Z people though, but you should be marketing to the youth and I think the older crew. And then the 20-year-olds, they ain't training really in their 20s anyway. Josiah said, let's get me and Gianni and Owen down there and I'll beat them. Well, can you make 155, bro? Put your name over there. This was a corny ad. Well, everything's corny nowadays. We already watched this. We're in the cringe marketing. Yeah, market to the money. Exactly. I mean, for sure you need the Gen Z people. But yeah, market to the millennials, the 30-plus crew, 27, 30-plus crew, and then market to the parent. Yeah, you should be marketing to parents with kids, and then market to older people that want to, stay healthy and fitness, self-defense, yada, yada. It's the same old BS stuff. People in their any college-age people ain't really training like that, And they don't have money. They can't afford the $200 for the gym. They can't afford the $250. That's why people like Fion, they go more upscale. If you want to charge $200, your facilities better be worth the $200. Now, if you got no bathroom, you ain't got no water faucet, no bathroom, and you trying to charge $200, that's gonna be pretty hard to do. You ain't got no shower, and you charging $200. All right, good luck. Marley says, and you too, Alec, you could be world champ right now. Yeah. Yeah, I'm still fighting, bro. I'm still fighting. Nogi Pans, we got Helena over here. She's doing good. She did lose last week though. She lost. But she doing well. We need Helena to get married. That's what. Sarah Gaval already got married. We covered that story. Talking about Mark Coleman, he got Mark Coleman daddy too.
Come on. What?
That's my good kid.
Come on!
Watch yourself. You're in trouble.
Let's go. Ooh. Move my head. Oh.
Come on, boys. Let's break it up. We don't do that around here.
Life is good.
Yo, Mark Coleman daddy moving better than Mark Coleman. That's awesome. His dad's doing, bro. His dad, look at that, man. That's some good genetics. And look at his dad moving around, fighting his son at he probably 80 years old. That's gonna be me. I'm gonna be fighting everybody when I'm 80. Grandpa's too strong. I ain't gonna be losing to no kids. I'm gonna beat all them grandkids up. I'm gonna beat all them grandkids up. All right, kiddo, let's wrestle. Grandpa's beating me up. I don't want to wrestle anymore, Grandpa. I'm gonna be fighting them kids when I'm 80 years old. If I make it to 80, I'm gonna be fighting all them kids. All right, let's go. Time to wrestle. Time to go train. Grandpa, I'm tired. Nah, we gotta work out first, son. Bro, I'm gonna be one of them old strong grandpas out here, bro. I can't wait. I can't wait to be a strong grandpa. I'm gonna be out here kicking everybody's. Ooh, bro. I'm gonna go to the grave. They're like, I never beat my dad up. I never beat Grandpa up. Grandpa was too strong. Josiah says, I haven't trained in boxing or judo since 2004. Wow. But I'll learn some jiu-jitsu so I can dance with Grippo. He said, I'll train you, bro. I might put you on that ecological training, though. You gonna do ecological. Marley says, we need to form a quintet team since we're all different weights. Says, man, I feel personally attacked with these early marriage comments. Yeah. Well, I'm old, too. But them kids, they get married. Sarah Galval was like 18 years old. She got married. Cole about to get married next year. Tynan got married really early. All them dudes get married, bro. You can't train at AOJ if you ain't married, bro. Mendez Brothers gonna. If you want to join this cult, you got to get married early. He said, you last trained boxing and judo when I was 1. Shout out to the Coleman family. We're not going to cover this girl. I'm a big fan of hers, though.
Buning uchun nafaqat janglar paytida, balki har kuni o'zingni yaxshi his qilish juda muhim. Menga bunda oddiy, lekin eng samarali usul yordam beradi. Bu har kuni Santal artezian suvi yordamida suv balansini saqlash. Ertalab mashg'ulotga ketayotganimda, mashg'ulot vaqtida
I think she's from Kazakhstan or Serbia somewhere. But shout out to her. She's doing it. What the heck is going on over there? Whose gym is this? Oh, they're in Mount. What the heck? Guys, say no to jiu-jitsu at the house like that, bro. I didn't know what was going on over here. Is that a girl? Okay, it is a girl. That looks weird. I'm sorry, guys. Don't be grappling all on the mat like that. Daddy Dana said if you do this weird stuff at your house, he will let you go to UFC. He says, yeah, I'm a walking fetus. Jason says, it appears that Helena is finding out that gi jiu-jitsu at the black belt level needs a little more focus. I mean, before she could just do whatever she wanted, but she gonna fight them tough Brazilian girls. And for sure, when she fight Gabrielle, she gonna get smacked down when she fight Gabrielle. She ain't gonna beat Gabrielle. I'm sorry. Like she did, I'm gonna be honest, bro. She smoked everybody at Worlds. At Brown Belt Worlds, she smoked everybody. But she had some tough match. Well, she lost to Sarah Galval, didn't she? At Pans. But at black belt, it depends. It depends on the weight class. But the heavy girls are really good. I'm sorry, them heavy girls are really good. Now the lighter weight girls, it's hit or miss. You can maybe have a good year at the lighter weight classes. But you got some really good girls from AOJ, Atos. It's rough out there. Nogi, the girls, they don't have the same talent pool yet. They need like 10 more years, 20 more years. But yeah. Nogi, she can go in there and spank some people. She can take some people. Well, she lost to Nogi too, didn't she? She lost at the Polaris. Black belt rough. Gi or no gi, black belt a little bit rougher than what she was used to. She didn't have no adversity for about 5 or 6 years. She's been beating everybody up, but she's been fighting some hobbyists. She wasn't fighting no real. All I do is grapple girls. Marley says gi BJJ is more information dense than no gi. That is true. It's more strategic too. It's like the jiu-jitsu of jiu-jitsu, yeah. Ain't no party like a jiu-jitsu party. Nah, you gotta say no to them jiu-jitsu parties. If I walked in over here, I'd be like, I gotta leave here, bro. What the heck is everybody doing? Josiah says gi BJJ versus no gi BJJ. My late aunt Patricia trained in both before she RIP. auntie, and she loved no-gi because she didn't feel restricted. With no-gi, she felt free. Yeah, you're a little bit more free, but at the same time, you're less technical. You're more free, but less technical. She was basically a black belt level skilled fighting journey woman compared to her. Yeah, P. Diddy passed. You gotta say no. You gotta say no to Diddy. Say no to Dana.
Jiu-Jitsu in Ohio.
How long have you been doing that?
I've been doing that for the past 14 years.
How did you get into it?
I got into my dad. My dad got me in Jiu-Jitsu when I was little.
Nice, so you've been doing it forever.
Forever.
And how much do you make teaching jiu-jitsu?
It's between 100 and 200.
Nice.
Yeah.
1,000, 200,000? How do you make so much?
You have a lot of members.
What advice would you share with others who want to do something similar?
Well, work hard, follow your passion. Yeah, and then work hard, very hard. I teach.
All right, shout out to him. So that's Victor Oliveira. He's really good, actually. He beat Lucas Lepre once, I believe. So he says he makes between $100,000 and $200,000 a year, which is possible if you have a lot of students. One downside to this business is that not every business, but most of these businesses is that it's a lot of working parts. If you have 300, 400, 500 students, you're gonna need a lot of staff to teach those classes. He's over there in New York. That's not Ohio, so he's got people covering classes. You got to make sure you're paying your instructors. You got to onboard the new students. You got to have the facilities to house 100, 200, 300, 400 students. One thing, that it seems like good money in my head. $100,000, $200,000. We don't know what the operation costs are. He's in Ohio, so I'm sure rent's not too bad. Insurance, but also it's technically a small business. So say he wants to sell that business, I'm assuming it's grossing $200,000. You're not gonna get a lot of money for that business. You can't sell that martial arts business for a lot of money, unfortunately. So while it is good money, it's a lot of work. Victor Oliveira is one of the top guys. I'm not saying you got to be good to have a big school like that, but it's not easy to get to that point and to maintain that. You might maintain that for 20 years, possibly. Okay, you made $4 million, but when you go to sell that business, unless you made it proper investments, it's not like a turnkey operation. It's like you got to be very involved in the business usually, unless you have someone managing it for you. So you got to be smart. That's what I'm trying to say. You can make some decent money, $100,000, $200,000, amazing money. I don't make that much money. I wish I made that much money, but I'm just saying that it does come at a big cost, time investment. You basically got to put your whole life into that, and it's not an easy business to get out of unless you own your building and stuff like that. So I'm just saying, be smart. And most people aren't making that kind of money. I'll be honest. Most people ain't making $100,000 from jiu-jitsu. Even if they're making $100,000, their costs are like $60,000, $70,000 in expenses if you're paying people properly. P. Diddy pass. You guys got to say no to Diddy. Shoot, I hit that wrong button again. You got to say no to Diddy, guys. He might get out of jail too. We might have to cover that story. He going to get that federal pardon. So everybody that made a joke, we're going to see what they do after he gets out. All right, guys, I think I got to end the show. I'm sorry, I got to end the show. It's at 2 hours. I would go longer, but I got to go fishing. So I need to get prepared for that. So that's it, guys. I should be on tomorrow. We're going to stay on longer tomorrow. I missed all these stories. I'm sorry. We talked about Gianni Grippo. What the heck is going on right there? We talked about Gianni Grippo. We talked about a lot of stuff. We talked about Caio Terra. Yeah, I gotta go fish, bro. I do want to say shout out to the under 17 wrestling. They actually had the best team standing, final team standing. So we had a lot of really good guys at the under 17. So shout out to them. We're not gonna go over the medal count or anything, but Team America's looking good. The youth is looking good, and I believe that's because they're focusing on freestyle. The Bassets are focusing on freestyle. Did I do casino ads? Oh. The Bassets are doing freestyle. Jax Forrest, all them kids doing freestyle, so that's why they're doing well. Our issue in America is that, they focus on the folk style of wrestling, so they don't, they be too broken to do international competitions, and they once NCAA's hit, that's all they're gonna focus on. So I look like the guy in the ad. Oh, okay, my bad, I missed it. All right, guys, I'm done. I'm getting out of here. Enjoy your Magic Monday, Matt Side Monday. Do what you can do. It's all good, bro. Marley, you too young to be making them dad jokes. We'll be back tomorrow, and we'll be on longer tomorrow, okay? So I'll see you guys. Peace out. Bye-bye. Hopefully I get off of here. No more inverted gear exit video. We not doing that no more. I will have some pictures if I catch something. If I don't catch anything, I will still post something about that.